Hey everybody, Daniel Rubino here with Windows Phone Essential. I just want to give you guys a quick look here at the Nokia Lumia 925 on T-Mobile, which just launched today, which means yes, theoretically you can go down to your store and pick one of these bad boys up in contract, out of contract, with their no contract, whatever you want to do. It goes for $49, and that's with the 2-year $20 repayment plan, or it's $549 flat if you just want to pay that way. Let's open her up. Now, in fairness, T-Mobile did throw my microSIM in there for me already, so this is technically enabled. You can see it comes in white, and as far as we can tell, it's the only color Nokia is getting. The reason we think that's the case is probably they just wanted to match with their 521, so obviously T-Mobile is on a white Nokia phone kick. Sorry, because Nokia does technically make this in a black and gray version as well, but looks like on T-Mobile you only get white. Let's turn it on. There's your default lock screen wallpaper, which is kind of interesting, different. And you get gray as your default tiles, which is kind of interesting, although it obviously matches the metal look of the phone, so probably not a bad choice. You can see you have Wi-Fi calling enabled, and there's the Wi-Fi live tile, which when you click on it, gives you the options, including Wi-Fi preferred, cellular preferred, Wi-Fi only, and of course, when you slide over help, this actually tells you about it, which is kind of a nice feature. I'm a huge fan of Wi-Fi calling. Gives you exceptional reception, and it's just a really great option to have while you're at home or Starbucks or traveling around. Scroll through here, you got your T-Mobile TV, Xbox. Look at that, Skype is actually included with the ROM itself, which is kind of interesting. Of course, you could upgrade it as it comes out, but that's the first time I've ever seen Skype included in a Windows Phone 8 device, which is pretty cool. Scrolling through, Creative Studio, here City Lens. Nokia clearly packed a lot of stuff in here, especially their own apps. But look at that, DataSense is on board. So if you've been waiting for DataSense now for some time, you can be rest assured that you're going to get that here with this device. DataSense, for you guys who don't know, basically measures how you're using data on your phone, what applications you're using things, how much you're downloading, and it breaks it down via cellular or Wi-Fi. It's really good for tracking that information. So it comes with the GDR2 update, which this phone of course has, and obviously T-Mobile opted to have it in there, so kudos to them for doing that. Other than that, you have your My Account, Name ID, Nokia Smart Cam, photo beamers even in there, so they really did put a lot of applications. Other than that, you're running a 1.5 gigahertz dual core Snapdragon CPU, 8.7 megapixel pure view camera with optical image stabilization. Of course, what makes this one unique compared to the Lumia 920, its sister device, is this has 6 lenses versus the 5 found on the 920. What does that mean in reality? It should produce sharper images, especially during the daytime, which a lot of people complain on 920 images sometimes were a little bit soft. So that's supposedly fixed here. You have your little LED flash, no xenon. Going to the top here, you have your micro SD card slot, micro USB port, and then your headphone jack and a microphone. On the bottom, nothing. Nice clean bottom. And there's your speaker in the back with these two little, I'm going to say the word nipples, for basically keeping the speaker grill separated from any cover you put on. And those 3 little dots there are for the optional wireless backplate, which I don't have, which you can snap on to give wireless charging. And in fact, that's one reason why this phone is so thin and light, is because it doesn't have the Qi wireless charging built into it. So that's one trade-off. Other than that, you got nice metal buttons everywhere. Great feel in the hand. Much lighter than a Nokia Lumia 920, which you can kind of see here, the difference. It might not look huge, but I can tell you, handling this phone, it actually makes a big difference in how you throw this in your pocket, and how easy it is to even type on. I actually find it easier to type on a 925 because it is thinner. And that lighter feel to it also goes a long way. So let's take a look here in the box, and you have of course your micro SIM tool, which you never want to lose because otherwise it's a pain. Then comes with a micro SIM in case you don't have one. Now this is an LTE enabled phone, so you're going to need to make sure you get their LTE enabled stuff set up on their account. They'll walk you through it when you buy it in the store. Here's your little welcome pack with instructions and all that jazz. And then otherwise all you're getting is your micro USB wall charger, which is pretty standard from Nokia. Nice, but nothing great. And that's right, there are no headphones in there. But other than that, that is the Nokia Lumia 925. I bought this personally for myself because I really like the 925, and I kind of really like T-Mobile, especially with this Wi-Fi calling. You can see that clear AMOLED display is just absolutely gorgeous with the viewing angles on it. So if you have any questions, head over to Phone Central for more information. You can also try our support forums. Let us know what you think. Take care, everybody.